can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch. It's an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Gray Productions. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Robbie, and on this week's episode, it was International Film Week, and the winner of International Film Week was the 2003 psychological drama Oldboy. I apologize in advance, but here we go. Oldboy was written by Garan Tsuchiya, Nobuaki Mingishi, and Park Chan-wook, and directed by Park Chan-wook. Oldboy stars Choi Min-sik, Ji-tae, Kang, Ji-tae, Dae-su, and Kim Byung-uk. And alongside me is the cuz Ben. How we doing?
Doing well. Reporting to you live from outside a train station, apparently. I don't know if you can hear that behind me, but I'll try to keep it quiet. Let me know if there's background noise.
I thought you were at Rucker Park ready to go a little 2-on-2.
Yeah, it's going to be me and Kat running twos.
I love it. And alongside the cousin, myself, good friend and co-host Ryan. Ryan, how we feeling?
Very good. Do you guys remember that game NBA Street?
Oh, please, the
course.
best.
Oh, the best. Rucker Park, big, I don't know what it's called, level in that game. Loved it.
Rest in peace to the professor.
Did he pass away?
Yeah, no. Who was the big black guy, the big heavy black guy? Forget it. Go.
Whatever.
Scratch it. An N1 mixtape.
Well, whoever Skip to My Lou is in that?
Skip to my Lou. The professor was the white kid, right? Am I wrong?
I don't
I think
remember. I
so,
don't think I
yeah,
ever
the-
watched
the
them.
little
I've
white
only
kid.
seen like clips.
Oh, I think it was Escalade, maybe. Was it Escalade? One of them was that one, the big black guy was Mark Jackson's brother, so he wound up passing. But Ryan, edit this out, please.
Rest in
Okay.
peace to the god.
Yeah, so welcome to Let the Boys Watch. We watch movies, typically one or all of us haven't seen. We usually come up with some kind of a theme, like Robbie came up with International Week this week. We put it up for a poll. I am still shocked. Not that Oldboy didn't deserve to win, but I'm shocked that City of God didn't win. I'm shocked that, what was the other? Memories of a Murder, right? Was that what it was called? I thought that was pretty popular. I thought that might have won. And Spirited Away, I'm shocked didn't win. So, still good choice. I think none of us have seen this, I believe.
I've seen it.
You have seen it. Okay. I sort of saw it like years ago. I think I was drunk or something. Anyway, I'm acting like it's my first time around.
Great drunk movie.
Great.
Yeah, best way to watch this movie.
Probably. And then have an existential crisis afterward.
Yeah.
So yeah, we typically watch a movie one or all of us haven't seen. We talk about it. Please get involved. Send us an email, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram, Let the Boys Watch Pod. Get involved in those votes. I don't know. Send us messages. Be like, hey, you guys don't know what you're talking about, but I liked your Oldboy episode anyway. You should watch these movies. Great. We love stuff like that. So, I don't know. Get involved. Benny, tell them where else they could do stuff.
Yeah, one of our favorite ways for you to get involved with us is on our YouTube page. So follow us, Let the Boys Watch on YouTube, and while you're there, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. You don't have to search for it all the time and wade through a million different Will Ferrell clips. I swear we didn't do that on purpose, but click if you see the button is red for subscribe, click it. This way you never miss an episode. Let the Boys Watch on YouTube. Leave us a bunch of comments why we're stupid, what movie you want us to watch next, or hey, if you want to join. I mean, listen, we're get in at the ground floor, as they say.
Stock's going up.
Yeah.
Click of the ticket. Click of the ticket.
You see something? Say something.
You better. You better.
And you know what? Also, check us out over at Going Gray. You want to hear two guys complaining? That's your place to be.
There you go.
So Robbie has seen Oldboy. Robbie, do you want to kind of kick us off with just a little of maybe why you chose this or what you remember from Oldboy when you saw it? And then we'll talk about our first impressions a little.
Well, the only reason why I chose this is because the cuz didn't see it. if the cuz saw it, I
Okay,
wouldn't have put it on here, but I put
gotcha.
it on here for him because I know he wanted to watch it.
What a guy.
Shout out cousin of the year, shout out friend of the year, shout out best
Jeez.
friend of the year, shout
First
out.
time person of the year.
Oh, please. Only the best get time person of the year. Um, but yeah, so no, the other three I didn't watch. I kind of threw a wrinkle in there with an animation, even though I don't really like animation. And City of God, I heard was very good. And then Memories of Murder, had Bong Joon-ho and the other guy, the lead that was in Paris. That's I was gonna, I wanted to see that. That was my choice. But I'm glad Old Boy won. It's a very insane movie. It's a very weird and creepy movie. The twist is in not I don't want to say insane, but it's disturbing to say the least. Uh, but again, it's one of those movies that once you know the twist and you saw it already, it's like, do I really need to watch this again? Because it just kind of spoils everything for you, and you don't even know what's going to happen, and then it starts getting creepy and disgusting. But no, yeah, my main reason was because I know Benny wanted to see it, and he hasn't seen it, so I figured he put it up there. I thought that was the most, in Spirited Away was probably the most well-known movie, so I figured Old Boy would win. I didn't think it was to be this close, but I'm glad.
Yeah. Good choice. Um, cousin of the year, best friend of the year.
Please, the list goes on. I got a tab on the wall.
It's like the all those green notebooks that Dae-su had. That's all written of you, how great you are.
Yeah,
First of his
and
name.
secret tapes.
Um, Betty, what? I don't know. Maybe some overall impressions. What'd you think?
Yeah, so like Robbie said, this is something I wanted to watch. I actually thought this was a Bong Joon-ho joint. So again, I like to keep myself away from spoilers, so I didn't look into it ever. I just kind of guess I got it mixed up with a couple other movies and when people were talking about Korean films. So I was super pumped to watch this. I was going to vote for this, but I let time expire stupidly. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. The twist was a gut punch. I kind of had an idea, but I was like, they're not going to go there. There's nowhere they're going to go there. So I put it out of the back of my mind. So when the twist actually happened, I was like, oh man. And it took me a few minutes to like get back into, you know, the way I felt about this movie, which was really good. I thought it took a little bit long to get going, but once it did, the stakes kept getting raised and raised and raised and raised. And where they end up is just, really good, fantastic. I like that you're left with a question at the end of the movie, and it was done well. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one, so I was happy that we watched it. And like Robbie said, I don't know how I feel about seeing it again now that the plot twist is ruined. Not ruined, but you know what I mean. We know what it is now. But I thought the visuals were fantastic. I thought the acting was great. I thought everything was good about this. So I'll probably watch it again at some point. It's just not something that I'm looking to watch maybe next week or next month or something like that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. At first, when I first finished watching it, I was like, A, I don't remember seeing this at all, but I'll claim that it's my first watch through. Um, and B, I didn't like that. But as I thought about it, the more I thought about it, the more I kind of like not convinced myself, but just kind of realized that it really wasn't about the twist. Yeah, the twist is shocking, but they could have made it almost like anything. It could have been like Dae-su teased his sister like relentlessly, and that's why she killed herself. And he, does something that fucks with his daughter, and it's not, getting them to sleep together or whatever. Like they could have done the fucked up part in a multitude of ways. But I think by doing this, it was just like that's the shock value. But the real like um important piece to this film is just like, I don't know, the human existence, the search for truth, and if is the truth important for you to be able to live your life, like that kind of stuff. I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit. So after the fact, I am glad we watched it. I also kind of saw it coming, and once I kind of saw it coming, I was kind of like, that's gross, and like I don't know if I like this right now. But there's so many scenes that are too good for you to just be like, no, this stinks because it's gross. I mean, that hallway scene is incredible. So yeah, glad we watched it. It's gross, but it's also wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too into it because I know we're going to talk about it later. It's gross, but in both instances, it's like that's what made it go to the next level of desperation on both of
Right.
their ends. So I get what you're saying, and I kind of was there for a little bit, but once we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Um, Robbie, any like would you like to add any kind of overall impressions about the film? I know you kind of did a little, but before we get to plum scores, I don't know if you had anything to add.
No, I think it's like probably almost 15 years since I've seen it. So I was just wondering if I was going to like it again or, that was probably my first foreign film I ever watched. Again, I would like to get some more South Korean films in the repertoire because there is a lot and highly acclaimed and recommended. So I do enjoy that. Subtitles didn't bother me again. I just thought the lead actor again, I thought he was phenomenal the first time, and I thought he was fantastic and outstanding this time. I mean, really, really, I don't know if they have Academy Awards type things in South Korea, but hopefully he won for it. But yeah, again, took a little slow. Loved the visuals. The one track hallway scene was absolutely phenomenal. No way he's beating up all those guys, but hey, it's a movie. Um, the twist I already knew was coming, so you're looking at it when they're making love and things like that. You're like, this is gross. So, but no, I would love to know later on how the both of you kind of figured it out that he was that it was his daughter. So that's what I'm intrigued with. But
Bef-
no, I enjoyed this movie.
Before we get to plum scores, Robbie, I want to ask you what made you watch this film? Because I know, like you said, you haven't watched many Korean films since. Um, and 15 years ago, I mean, you're like me, we don't watch a ton of movies. What made you watch this film specifically?
I think I've read up on it or read about it or saw something about it where uh it was getting like super duper critical acclaim and I was like, you know what, let me give it a shot. I don't know why I watched it. I really couldn't tell you, but it was definitely something I read about, something I heard. I don't know if it was on TV or the internet, but it was definitely back then I heard about it, said it was a great movie, and I don't even know, I can't even tell you why I watched it, being that I never saw, a Korean film before, any foreign films with subtitles. But yeah, just me, myself, and I in my room and watched it, and I really enjoyed it. But again, I didn't go back to the Korean movie well until Parasite, and I should go back to more because they're very well done. All the only two I saw, so but whatever. They're very well done. The acting is great, and the subtitles don't bother me, and they really do a great job with their films.
Spoiler
Maybe
alert, I think my um, birthday pick might be either a Korean poll or a Korean movie that I want you guys to watch.
love
Konnichiwa.
it. I think maybe if about 15 years ago the remake came out with Josh Brolin, and what's her name? Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Maybe it like kind of resurfaced and was like popular. People were talking about it. Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, awful.
I didn't.
Shut up.
Did you see the remake?
A little bit, but it's not good. Sorry, Spike.
Yeah, I only saw one part on the internet.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Sick puppies, both of
What a
yous.
set of New York boobs.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So, all right. Let's, I guess, do some plum scores. I do want to ask you, don't let me forget because I always forget, but I want to ask you, Robbie, specifically about the second time through. But let's do plum scores first, and then we'll talk a little bit about the film. Does anyone want to start with their score?
Not me.
Not you? All right.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get shit on for this because I said it was easily a 9, but I'm gonna go 8.9. She said it was in the nines. I said 8.7 or 8.9. I landed on 8.9. Just thought it was really good. Like I said, visuals fantastic. There's a lot of memorable scenes in it. The way it made you feel at the end, the way that the stakes kept getting raised. But for me, the beginning dragged a little bit. I'm not really holding against it too much. I almost wish that there was a little bit more. And I'm sorry, I'm on my phone, so I don't have the character list in front of me. I wish that the main character, we got a little bit more of in the beginning. We just got that one scene of him in the drunk tank, and that's really it. Like, so
Dae-su.
yeah, Dae-su, we didn't have it. Like, I feel like enough of setup with him, like kind of showing you the person that he was and why. I mean, I know I get that it's all revealed later, but I feel like there could have been a little bit more building his character up in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what happens next. It's a prequel.
Oh, please, young boy.
Yeah.
This guy's got the hits.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm kind of right in that realm. Like, I feel like I is not wrong saying that this is, in the nines, but for me, I've said it a number of times. Like, I feel like rewatchability is a big factor in me giving a really high score. And I don't like I really liked it, but I don't really want to watch it anytime soon. Just because it's a heavy film and like we've said already, um, I don't know. We know the twist, like it's not as um I don't know, impactful, I guess. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Robbie will tell me differently. So I'm gonna go 8.8. Really liked it. I agree. It dragged a little bit in the beginning, and there's a few instances where I was like, "Oh, we're already doing this." Like it seemed like some of the plot moved forward really fast in certain parts where I was just like, "Oh, all right, so he found him, cool." Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, 8.8, great film.
I agree with you that it's heavy, but and this, I'm just injecting my thought here.
Yeah.
It's so many other things too. Like it's
Oh
funny,
yeah.
it's action. Like there's so
Yeah.
many different layers to this movie that I really enjoyed.
No, it's a great movie, but I it'll probably be several years before I'm like, you know what I should watch? Old Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody's gonna be having sex in my sister, it's gonna be me. uh yeah, it's crazy because we'll go 8, 8, 8, 9, 8, 8, and I'm gonna go 8, 7. Again, I enjoyed this movie the second go around, even though I knew what happened. It was so long ago that, I did remember some of the stuff. But no, it was very well done, very well written, very well directed, very well acted. I mean, the opening scene was hilarious, and then it takes a dark turn. So no, it was good, and happy I watched it again because it was so long. I didn't know how I was going to react. But again, the first time I watched it, Dae-su, the lead actor, blew me away. And again, the same exact feelings I had. Again, he really was all over the place with his emotions. He was so good in this movie. So shout out to him. And yeah, 8.7.
Nice. I think that's the first time that we're ever in a row like that.
Yeah.
I love things like that. Fantastic. Um, so I mean, I have a couple things that I wanted to talk about with this. I'm sure you guys do as well. Can we start with um Robbie and your opinion on this? I know it was 15 years ago, but what were your thoughts on like the second watch through? Did it detract from it knowing the twist? I mean, you may have forgotten like elements of it being it so long, but how was it on second viewing?
It was good. I forgot the sex scene was so long. So it was illy willy, grossy, grossy the entire time.
Yeah, going
Visually,
in
no.
knowing that it's his daughter, you're like, "Ugh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
no. Um, I do. I remember reading up that the actor. I don't know if he was. a vegetarian. I don't know what he was, but
I think I read two different things that he was, yeah, either vegetarian or vegan, but then also a Buddhist. So I don't know which um was that conflicted with the octopus thing, but either way, he wasn't like too pumped about it.
Was that
yeah,
real? That was real?
yeah,
Yeah,
that was he really ate that live octopus.
Oh my God. That
Yeah,
might be that. No, it's not grosser, but it's pretty gross.
yeah,
it's pretty gross. I didn't
but
realize how intelligent octopi were. Like I knew they were intelligent, but like I read a little thing and it was like they're like smart. They think they're smarter than like dogs. That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah.
smart.
yeah, well, dogs eat their own shit, so how smart
Yeah,
are they?
well, yeah, but
Nah, I mean, yeah, stupid. Better than cats, though.
of course.
Now, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Just like second watch through, like was it did it I guess my main question is really like, does it detract from the film knowing the twist, or does it not really matter?
It doesn't really matter to me because everything else was so well done. Um, really, the fight scenes and the acting and the story was good. Like, I guess when I first watched, I never saw or heard of like a watched a story, read a story like that, like the revenge plot. And see, I've watched movies that had, revenge plots and people, trying to get back at, jilted, lovers or whatnot, or somebody that did them wrong, but never in this, context or this aspect of it. So it was cool to see, even though it is very creepy, but it was definitely something different. But the second go around, it doesn't take anything away from the movie. I thought it was I think I enjoyed it more the second time around actually, because I am a little bit older and I appreciate everything that was in it with the cinematography and all the various emotions that the lead actor played. So no, doesn't deter for me, and I thought it was, but the only thing is that I already knew the twist, and that kind of kills it for me. But I think everybody would feel the same way.
Fair. Okay. Yeah, just curious about that. So I don't know where you guys want to start. Does anyone have like any specific questions they want to get out of the way, or should we talk about, I don't know, the big themes of this? What do you guys want to do?
I I almost want to start with the end, but I feel like we can save that till later. But I feel like the all the big questions I have are towards the end of the movie. Like
Yeah,
I don't, again, I'm not, I hate that I don't have the character list in front of me and I'm going to be so
it's okay.
intentionally vague. But I think Woo-jin,
Woo-jin, the
yeah,
protagonist, antagonist.
yeah, there's like times where you're like, well, is he justified? And you're like, no, well, he's not justified. It's so silly. But the fact that like, I mean, I don't think Dae-su deserved it at all because the fact that he literally told his friend and he said, but don't tell anybody.
Right.
And the fact that they just went off the fact that he saw them. I don't know, man. I saw people online talking about how they went back and forth. Like, is he the antagonist or is he kind of a protagonist? I mean, they're obviously both shitty people, and it's meant that way for a reason. But I don't know, man. I thought he was. How did you guys feel about him as like a big bad? I thought he was pretty awesome. I thought like the calm, cool, collected thing wasn't overdone. And I thought that he was really good as the big bad. How did you guys feel about him?
Yeah, I liked, I mean, even though his character stinks and is, I think, completely in the wrong here in all facets.
Yeah.
The, I mean, A, sleeping with his sister, wrong. B, fucking with Dae-su, who, like you said, just told his one friend and wasn't even like making fun of him or nothing. He just told them. He was just
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you know what I just saw?" And he's like, "But don't tell anyone because it's kind of fucked up." And then that's the dude. What's his friend's name? Uh, fuck, I forgot. Whatever. His buddy, who owns the internet cafe or manages it. This is all his fault. He's the one who told everyone.
Yeah.
Why not imprison him for 15 fucking years?
Yeah. Robbie, what did you think about him?
Oh, no, I don't want to say enjoyed him, but I thought he was good. The calm, cool demeanor, I do enjoy. I think that's better than someone just going, freaking out the entire time or lashing out the entire time. It wasn't overdone for me. I thought he was a good antagonist in it, but again, like, yeah, it's like if he knew that the other friend told everybody, and he just, imprisoned Dae-su for 15 years, and that's insane. But you know, it is kind of stupid, but the friend got his as well, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter, even though nobody wants to be trapped, inside of 15 years.
No.
Maybe.
I like that it was pretty poetic. The fact that he says, "If you click this button, I die," and like the button didn't do what he said it was going to do, but once he clicked the button and like that was the final piece of revenge, he offs himself. So I love that that kind of is is the button that kills him, but it doesn't at the same time. I kind of love that little piece at the end there when he with the elevator scene. Second guy we got saw his brains blown out in an elevator.
Yeah.
Shout out to Parted.
Yeah.
Shout out. So, did you guys think that he was gonna kill himself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of had a feeling. I think what he said. I did he say it at some point where he was like, "Now that I have the revenge, I have nothing left," or something like that. He
Something like
said
that.
he said
Yeah.
something to that effect, and I was like, "Yeah, I mean, what else?" He spent the last 15 years doing this, and I think Dae-su at some point said to him too, like, "This is all your fault anyway. Like, you're the one
Yeah.
that
Oh, this is all his fault.
put her in this position." Um, So yeah, I kind of had the feeling that they one of the two of them weren't making it out alive, and it was most likely going to be him.
I thought both of them I thought both of them would die. Um, but yeah, it's all his fault. He's the one who slept with his sister. He's the one who set all this in motion with Dae-su. He killed Dae-su's wife. Like he fucked with his daughter. He probably did other fucked up shit that we didn't even see on screen. Now I think they try to make Dae-su um like a shitty person from what a few comments that people make and the first scene with him being drunk on his daughter's birthday, like that's pretty fucked up. Just the fact that you're drunk on your 4-year-old's birthday. Um, but like that doesn't mean he deserves prison for 15 years and not just
No,
like prison, but like experimental weirdo prison where you're getting gassed and like who knows what the fuck else. Stupid.
I
But
think the big thing that stuck with me the first go around, it wasn't really the plot twist. It was just um towards the end when Dae-su cuts his tongue out, and then well, before that, it's just like barking like a dog and going absolutely bananas and stuff like that. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy is a fucking lunatic. This guy's
yeah,
crazy. But it's testament to him. It was just what stuck with me, like the way he just freaks out and acted and snips his tongue off, and the other guy's just laughing in his handkerchief.
yeah,
yeah, I mean, like he just complete like was he broken during the imprisonment? Yeah, like he was mentally broken, but like on top of that, like the fact that he was gonna tell his daughter, like it was bad enough that he had to do it, but like the fact that he was thinking that his daughter was gonna find out, like just absolutely mentally just snapped him.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's creepy. But speaking of the daughter, like I said earlier, how did you guys come to the conclusion, or when did it click for you that this was his actual daughter and not just a random person?
So I don't think I don't want to say I figured it out and I was like, oh, that's what it is. But it there were red flag like a red flag went up, I think, once uh the brother daughter thing was kind of revealed. I was like, huh. And they can't get in touch with the daughter. They don't know where she is. I was like, they wouldn't do that, right? Like that's kind of weird. And then I just kind of like let it go out of my head. So when the reveal happened, I feel like I was still pretty shocked because I was like, they're not going there. There's no way. Because you never see that in movies. So I thought it was a bold choice for them. And the fact that they actually did it, I was still shocked.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of same. Like I wasn't like that's definitely his daughter. And then I like when it was revealed, I didn't do like the oh I fucking knew it. I just same things as Ben, like when it was revealed that it was the sister, I was like, oh, that'd be pretty fucked up if like part of his revenge was like some like maybe not his daughter, but it was like something with Mito. Um but the other thing that kind of tipped me off was when they first meet, and I think she says it or they both say it, where she's like, you look familiar. Do I know you? Have I seen you from somewhere?
Mm,
Um, because like I feel like even though and they've been hypnotized, whatever that fucking means, but their memories maybe are altered or something, but at the minimum maybe she doesn't because she was so young when he left, but you have to be like someone's father, like maybe unless I guess he was maybe a drunk, I don't know. But like you would have to be like this kind of looks like it could be my adult daughter. Like I don't know. I just feel like you would there would be some recognition there, but I guess
like she's got to kind of look like your wife or you, right?
right.
Like in a
Yeah.
way that you're like that it tips something off.
Something. But I guess 15 years of getting gassed and fucking being mentally broken, who knows? But no, yeah, I just it was more like a that would be fucked up if they did that kind of thought than like it's definitely his daughter. I know it is.
Yeah, what I find not funny, but I find not strange either, but it's just, you know, weird to me how this movie is so well regarded, and a lot of critics love this movie and stuff like that, and nobody was really like, this is disgusting, and they give it like two
Right?
stars. Yeah.
I thought that too. Like I was trying to find I was looking at a ton of reviews and I was like let me find the people who are disgusted and like there was some but it kind of came from like this person is probably disgusted by all movies more
Yeah.
so than like this particular movie. So, yeah, I agree with you. I kind of feel like more people would be like, I don't care how good the hallway scene is, this movie's gross.
Yeah, the other only criticisms I found of the movie too are people in the same vein that like criticize absolutely everything and nothing is ever
Yeah.
good enough and like oh it's corny it was so over the top but like yeah no it was over the top that was kind of the point of the story and the film style and everything so everything I saw like you guys said was just like fantastic reviews.
Yeah. I even sort of on the opposite side of that spectrum. I again really like this film, but I almost think some people even are going way too far into like this is the best movie ever, like cinematic masterpiece. Like this is a great film in my mind, but I feel like I don't know, like it's some people went too far with it, at least the reviews I saw.
Yeah, could be,
I mean,
could
that's
be.
anything. People are gonna be like, Dunstan checks in, fucking 11 out of 10.
Oh my God, how
Oh,
dare you.
please.
I'm
50 out
about
of 50 out of 10.
it's about to do a Dunstan check the whole podcast.
Oh, we should.
I got 100 episodes in me on Dunstan checks in.
Yeah, of course.
And then second one I'm doing after that is Operation Dumbo Drop.
Nice. That's a good one. We should do like bad 90s movies, at least 1 week of it.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
please.
Yeah.
Blank check. Forget about it.
Oh,
Oh, Blank Check was great. Jungle to Jungle. Shout out.
Oh,
that's a good one. Getting even with dad.
who made did somebody make a Dunstan checks out joke? I don't know if there was like a comedian. I don't maybe.
I don't know.
All
But
right,
I
fine.
want to know about it because
Me
Um,
that's
too. I gotta
well, tune into my podcast because I got a whole episode on that actually.
Dunstan checks out.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait. Did he pay for, an extra night? Or did he
Well,
forego his 11 a.m. checkout time?
yeah.
listen, you got to check into the podcast.
All
Yeah.
right, let me know when it says it out, or you got to
No, it's in the works. I'm working on talking to all the executive producers and all that.
the actual like chimpanzee.
Yes, Dunstan himself.
Shout out Dunstan.
Um I had a question for you to kind of bring it back, but also change the subject a little. 15 years in prison or imprisoned? He's not technically in prison. How do you think you'd fare? I think I might
Oof.
kill myself after a while. I don't know if I
Uh,
could handle it.
Yeah, I'm not making it. I mean, he tried a couple times,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know, man. When he was tattooing himself with all the years, and like, I'm like, please let this be the year. Please, 10, that's too many. 11, no way, no way. And then he kept going up until 15. I was like, dude, there's no way. I did, but what I want to know is how did it take him that long to dig out? He got the extra chopstick on like year 8 or something. It took him 7 years to dig out.
Oh, he didn't dig out. He was released.
No, I know, but he was like he
Oh,
was
he was
saying,
trying to.
yeah,
Yeah, I
he was
gotcha.
like, one more month and I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know. Or like, I, I don't know. Were those walls like concrete? Like, I don't know if they were or not, but like, I feel like you can take a door off its hinges or like something. There's got to be something you could do there.
Yeah, I don't know. Robbie, how you faring with 15 years
Oh,
in the
please,
clink?
15 years. No, 6 months max. No way. I'd try to off myself. That's too much. Not going anywhere. Just being in that room for 15 years. That's fucking insane and crazy. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
No.
What did he say in the movie? He's like, you get used to it after 11 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got what I mean, she's like, when did you get like how'd you get used to it? And she goes, like after the 11th year, I got used to it. It's
Ugh.
nuts.
I thought that was a good line. I thought that was funny. Um,
Would
yeah.
I be able to tug with people watching? I don't know. Maybe if I have to.
After a
I
while, he
gotta
probably
tug.
stopped
Yeah.
caring.
Tug.
I don't know. I feel like I would get like super out of shape and then hopefully like him get in shape, but I'm pretty sure I would probably off myself somehow before then. 15 years is so fucking long.
I
That's
know
like
it's
insane long.
I know. I can oh my God.
No way. Um, Second question, what the one I mean, he may have been hypnotized to do so, but 15 years he wants to go have something to eat. What do you get when you're getting out? What are you having?
Mm.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think like I want to say bacon, egg, and cheese. I want to say pizza, but I think I would just want to like rip a fat chicken parm hero, like the biggest possible one
Nice.
I could find.
Nice. I think I'd eat an egg sandwich on my way to the restaurant
Yeah.
to get a chicken parm or something or pizza or something.
Yeah, maybe I'll just have the entire log of sausage bread that my mom makes. Just munch that and crunch that down. Wash it down with a fat Diet Coke.
Mm,
And a
maybe a
friend, you know
live
what? After I
octopus.
get out, my first meal might be a pack of fucking Newports.
I
That's
was
what
just gonna
my
say,
first meal.
just give me a pack of Reds.
Yeah. And a big ass coffee. I gotta clean some things out.
That was a good. I mean, maybe we could transition from that into just talking about some of our favorite scenes before we get to the ending. But
Please.
I loved the scene that first night that he's out and he has the fight with the cigarette in his mouth the whole
Yeah.
time.
Great scene.
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
And he learns the word fucktard.
Yeah. And it's just funny, like, which is very true. He's like thinking to himself, is training for however many years he was actually training gonna translate into real world? Yeah. Unless these guys are also taking martial arts classes or training for even 5 years. Like nobody off the street is gonna be able to handle even the fact that he was just punching walls, his fists were probably like concrete blocks.
Yeah. And then compare that to when he goes after Mito for the first time. He's like, is 15 years or he's in the elevator with the woman. And he's like, is all that training with women? No, that did work out.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, the only thing I did think was kind of eh, but I still loved it, was with whether it was that fight or the hallway fight or whatever, is like how he was able to like all of a sudden dodge punches and hits and stuff like that. He's just like punching a wall. Like how's that gonna translate into like defensive maneuvers? Maybe I don't know.
Maybe late night on the TV, the Tybo infomercial comes on or something like
Maybe.
that, and he learns a little
Those
flexibility and
legs.
some ducking and jiving.
I used to love infomercials late at night when I was young. Oh, the best. Put me to sleep.
I'll play set it and forget it.
Said forget it. I used to watch fucking like the knife channel. They're just selling knives.
Juicer,
Juice, anything. I loved it. It's so funny.
love it. Simple at times.
Ah, no responsibilities. The best.
None.
Um, I mean, should we talk hallway scene and then I mean if anyone else has any other scenes, but then kind of talk more about the end. I
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I it's crazy because I'm pretty sure that that scene influenced a part of this video game that I played called Sifu. It's
yeah.
it's like a fighting game, but it's like a revenge game, and you go through all these levels. It's actually a pretty cool concept for a game, but I don't have to
Hmm.
get into it here. But there are a couple of scenes where you traverse through hallways like that, and there's just like 15 guys that you just got to beat the shit out
Non-stop
of. So
guys.
I
Yeah.
100% when I saw that, I did the old Leo whistle and point at the screen.
No, I mean, yeah, it definitely influenced a lot of future action films. Um, Probably like John Wick, like stuff like that. But um, fantastic. Like you said, Robbie, earlier. Come on. It's like 20
Yeah,
dudes. Like, come on. But and an elevator full of dudes. We don't get to see it, but then
I
he just
know.
walks out. But it was so funny, him just like stepping out onto them. Fantastic. But what a great scene. What a great scene. And I think if if that's probably the best scene in the movie. I know there's other parts that are um m more worthy of discussion, but it was just so good and so well done. And just the fact that it's with a hammer is so like unique versus all other action films where it's usually a gun or maybe a blade of some kind.
Well, that too. I mean, that I wanted to talk about again. Don't have the, but the guy that gets his teeth all pulled out. I
oh,
enjoyed him as a character,
Yeah,
and those scenes between the two of them are really good too.
yeah, agree. Get his hand cut off for a briefcase full of money.
Yeah. And when
yeah.
he goes to pull the teeth out and he fakes it out the first time, and then he's about to go back in, he gets the phone call. He's like, "All right, we're done here."
Yeah, that's good.
And
And
then he's
then,
like, all
but
right, let's go. And then he's like, then he hits him with the, I don't know this, whatever he hit him with. He's like, all right, now we can really leave.
yeah, let's actually go or whatever he says. Yeah.
I think my favorite scene might have been just going to every different dumpling shop. I mean, please, who would want to do that?
Oh, I know. Look delicious.
Between shrimps and dumplings, I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'm world champ. I'm world champ.
What could you eat more of?
Shrimps.
Yeah, well, they're smaller. But let's say they're the same size.
Well, I
Shrimp,
mean, Costco shrimps, shrimps, Costco shrimps.
That's
I
true.
could
They
take
are
down.
monster shrimp.
because there's no
Yeah,
carbs. All that wrapper,
Yeah,
the wrapping is gonna like just sit in your stomach like a brick.
true. True. Man,
yeah.
that's a
I do
lot
love
of
dumplings.
mercury.
Who cares?
Who cares? Better be locked
Gives a
up.
shit.
Better than being locked up for 15 years.
Oh my God. The worst. But no, I like that scene a lot too. The him throwing up in the alleyway because that definitely would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oof.
frying the scallions too much. Take it easy on the scallions.
Yeah, it's true.
Shout out John Jay. John Jay Scallions.
The inventor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other scenes you guys want to call out?
Oh, please. I enjoyed the first time they made love. What a fantastic scene to both of them. Father, daughter. Loved it. Fantastic.
I'm gonna be very, have to be very careful with the tags that I put on this.
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, please.
Might get additional traffic though. Who knows?
Could be.
The
Our
freaks out there, of course.
our viewership in the South is going to go through the roof.
Um, yeah, I think, well, before you find out that it's his daughter, it's a good scene, an interesting scene. Like it's definitely well acted. But yeah, then looking back, and I feel like that might be a second watch through a little hard to watch.
No, I
Fast
whatchamacallit,
forward.
skipped it. Yeah.
Did you guys, speaking of skipping, did either of you do any of these with like the teeth or anything? They don't really show anything, but
Yeah, no, and I'm surprised I didn't because that's usually her move. She always turns away. But they did I don't want to say pretty good job because I wouldn't have minded seeing some crazy stuff, but they did a pretty good job of like not getting too graphic.
which would you, well, it's a stupid question because it's an easy answer, but like basically, would you rather have your teeth ripped out by a hammer or your tongue cut off?
Oh, teeth.
It's
It's
got to
the
be teeth because you can get implants, but
yeah.
Yeah. Nice veneers.
Uh, did
Wait,
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, it's kind of off the track. So finish your thought.
Oh, I was gonna say this was Aya's first time watching.
No, she
Oh,
watched it a long time ago.
did Katie watch it? Yeah, I figured.
not a
Heck no.
chance.
Really?
No,
How come?
she doesn't. I was gonna say unless there's like a romantic subplot, but there was.
Shout out, shout out.
Um,
Tell her, hey, we should watch this again.
yeah, she's not a big fan of like sci-fi weird movies, like stuff like that. She's not opposed to international movies at all, but like anything that's like kind of weird, she's just I don't know, she's not into it.
I use it as our we get some time to ourselves to do something that's not a Met game or me watching Fuck That's Delicious for the 9,000th time.
Oh, please, please. This sandwich is like the first time I ever ice skated outside in this city on a cold December night.
I'm about to go see my man Hugo on 199th Street. He's got the best Cambodian milk.
Ah, fantastic.
You made my day. Um, all right. I mean, we could sprinkle in other scenes, I guess, if we need to or want to, but talk about it. I guess the whole the theme running throughout, the kind of the ending scene. I mean, my thought is at first, like, what did you think about the fact that it's like, truth or finding out the truth is freedom rather than, they kind of say it a few times like, yeah, you're out of prison, but you're in another bigger prison because you don't know why you were even put there or why you were released. Um, I get what they're saying with that, but I also feel like it kind of, for me, kind of detracted a little bit because in the end, Woo-jin was just a fucked up asshole. Like he was just fucking with them. Like it wasn't like an existential experiment with Dae-su. It was just like I want to fuck with this guy because he, in my mind, ruined my life. So I get the theme is there, but it again kind of like I don't know, soiled it a little bit or sullied it a little bit with the fact that he's just a fucked up guy.
Yeah, I mean, and the question is like, right, is what's more important? Um, like you said, finding out the truth or getting revenge. And you would think it's the truth, but in this case, it was 100% he should have just got the revenge when he had the chance.
Yeah, should have just killed him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should have killed him, but finding out the truth, I think, is way worse than the revenge aspect of it because now, like you said, right now you got to live with that for the entire life, and you know it, but the other person doesn't know it. So how are you going to react with every interaction with them? So yeah, yeah, uh, definitely a tough choice, but a nice, cool theme of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like the truth is only mm, like the better choice, like what we just said. But the only reason, if he never found out the truth, he would have lived the rest of his life like being eaten up inside about it. Like, why the fuck was I in that prison?
Yeah.
Why did they release me? Blah, blah, blah. But I think the truth is worse in this case. Not in all cases, but in this case, the truth is definitely worse. I'd rather just not know that. But at the same time, then if you don't know the truth in this situation, then you probably continue with Mito, and that's no good. So there's no real winners here. It's even at the end when he like forgets, but like then what happens?
And it's like all the themes of the movie are like 100%. Like what is, there's no good answer. Like revenge is bad. Is it though? Like you just got locked, like you said, you got locked up for 15 years. Like, how do you not want revenge? Like, well, like how can you, are you just gonna forgive and forget and like just go apply it at McDonald's and like try to like rebuild your life? Like, no, there's only one thing on your mind after that.
Yeah. You can forgive, but
You
don't
never
forget.
forget. Oh, please, I know.
No, no. I got a roll decks and not forgetting, so and I love some revenge, but it is what it is. One day.
Sorry, side note. I feel like I want a Rolodex, not for contact numbers, but for things to remember. So then I could, oh yeah,
Um,
get revenge on so and so for slighting me.
get revenge on Ben for making me eat a egg roll.
No, that was good. Although my tummy was bothering me that night and the next day.
Oh, please, I got an iron trap down there.
I normally do.
Tell me, but forget about it. I had two bowls of cereal after that.
Nice. What kind of cereal?
Peanut butter jacks.
Nice.
Nice. Have you ever thrown, did I say this to you? Like some chocolate chips in there?
You did, yeah,
That's probably good.
yeah. But I have a weird phobia with like different colors of milk.
Come
Like
on.
Fair.
that's why I
Come
don't
on.
dip. That's why I don't dip my Oreos in there.
Come on. A couple of Ghirardelli darks in there. That would be fantastic.
Mm. It's probably worse than what Dae-su did.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I think that was intentional, to like ask these questions and to get the audience thinking about things like this. But like the movie doesn't offer any real answers. It's ambiguous at the end. The the questions themselves are like there's no good answer because even if it's like no, the truth is always 100%, you got to pick the truth. Truth in this case is fucked up. So like maybe it's not the answer. So I don't know. I love movies that make you think about this kind of stuff, about just the human condition and like what you would do in these types of situations and stuff like that. Like I don't know. So that's I think part of why I didn't love it when I first finished watching it. I mean, I liked it, but as time has gone on, I've like thought about it and enjoyed it more.
Yeah, I just, the only thing that doesn't make sense to me is why Dae-su isn't like, yo, bro, I didn't tell anybody. I told one person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get it, you're freaking out, but like, at no point were you like, dude, I didn't, that wasn't even me.
Yeah. Yeah. You killed that guy with a broken CD-ROM. He's gone, so you win.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just so enraged of being locked up for 15 years or something. He didn't do it. It's like I gotta rock this guy's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love these movies that are open for interpretation, like make you think afterwards. Like, what do you think? Like, there's no wrong answer. I feel like with a movie like this, the case in point, we watched 25th Hour, right? When Penny wanted to know what happens to these characters after they go home. Like, is Phil Seymour Hoffman's character, like, he just made out with a student. Like, what
Yeah.
happens next? And that's what spawned off his fantastic podcast, Watch What Happens Next, with him and Andy Cohen. So, but no, these movies that make you think afterwards and you come to your conclusion are right up to the top of the movies that I love.
I mean, I think that's a good segue too to like the actual end of the movie. Like, what do you guys think happened? Did he forget? Does he still know? Is I don't know. I feel like the expression that he has at the end, like, did Mito go through the therapy session as then? Was she actually really there? Like, why? Like, if he went to this random remote location, I don't know. Like, I feel like I was left with like what actually happened at the end of the movie there. What did you guys think happened?
Uh,
I
I don't go ahead,
part
Rob.
of me, part of my sick and twisted brain thinks that he still knows it's his daughter, but I think he might be in love with her in a weird, strange way. Um, that I think that's what his facial expressions are at the end. Like, he's smiling and he's happy that he's back with her, but then there's like an internal struggle going on. It's like he's smiling and then he's fighting his smile and not knowing, his emotions and his expressions of what to do. So there's part of me that thinks that he is in love with her in a weird, strange way, not father daughter. I don't know. It's just the way his facial expressions are, because it looks like he's having a tough time figuring out his emotions.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I didn't even really think about it much, to be fair, because I don't know if the filmmakers, again, I have no idea what they're intending, but I don't know if they necessarily wanted us to think about it in that way. It maybe is more just like what we were just kind of saying, like wow, like what would I do in that type of situation? Or like that's pretty fucked up. Imagine if blah 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 blah. Um, I mean, I like Robbie, I like your theory. Um, I think I don't know. I don't know if the smile to like kind of a grimace frown was really anything other than, you know, you smile. What was it? You laugh together and weep alone.
Yeah.
They said that a few times. I don't know. I don't know what the intention really was, and I didn't think of it like, oh, I wonder if he's the monster, if he forgot or whatever. I mean, hypnosis is bullshit anyway, so probably nothing was done.
Well, I'm kind of in line with Robbie a little bit, but in a different way. Like, I feel like that memory is just too ingrained to be like wiped out. So I think that he still knows, but he there's nothing he can do at this point because like what does he do? He leaves Mito and like abandons her.
Right.
Like that's this is the whole point. Like he knows he's already abandoned her once in life. I mean, not obviously the 15-year thing, but like he wasn't there for her because he was drunk when he was younger.
Right.
So I don't know. Like even though he still knows, he feels like he has a duty to her to like not rip her heart out of her chest by leaving or telling her. Like there's no right answer for him at the end of this. And I
Yeah.
think that, like I said, that the memory is just too seared into his brain that whatever they tried to do with him forgetting, I don't think it worked because I don't know. It's just the vibe I got from his face.
I like that theory too. Like, yeah, he can't leave at this point. She doesn't know. So even though it's so fucked up, like what's he gonna do? Leave and then but whether she she thinks they're lovers. If she didn't think that, then like you're leaving your daughter. So it's either or it's yeah. Wow. I
Like
didn't think of it that way.
she has nobody else. Like
Yeah.
he like how does he get out of this situation? He can't even if they break up amicably, like she's not gonna want to see him anymore, and that's his daughter. Like in some ways,
Yeah.
like he just wants any type of connection he can with her.
And you know what I just thought of too? He actually saw her because he saw her on that show.
Yeah,
So he's sitting in that prison watching his daughter on some cooking show or whatever. obviously didn't recognize it, but like still, that's kind of cool. Saw his daughter on TV while he was in prison. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I don't like open-ended endings like this because I just want to know like, well, what was the intention?
Yeah.
Just
I
maybe tell me after the fact.
I
Like give me a couple months. Let me think about what I think happened, but then like come out and be like,
and
so
say,
guess what? This is
yeah.
what happened.
I think he said he wanted it to be open and for you to
Yeah.
interpret it to how you want it, to whatever you want to believe.
I don't know. Either way, it was whatever decision he makes is bad and like maybe good. There's no perfect solution here. It's just that fucked up of a situation.
Yeah. It's like, and who, like, I don't know, man, who had it worse? I mean, obviously Dae-su, right? But like Woo-jin lived so long with the thought of he pretty much killed his sister and he did so many fucked up things. Like, obviously, like the answer is Dae-su, right? But like, I don't know, man, Woo-jin must have had it pretty fucking hard too,
Yeah.
even though he's in the wrong 100%. But like, you see, like, once the final chips fall, all he has left to do is just to kill himself. So he was just
Yeah.
living with that, and like living with that as your only motivation for 20 years, 20 plus years of your life is it's his own torture in a way.
Yeah. It's his own prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And without that motivation, like what else does he have? It's not like he has like a career to build on. He's already super rich. Who cares? Um, one thing quickly, one thing I want to ask you guys is I didn't like that he cut his tongue out. I thought that was stupid. Like I liked it, but I feel like he didn't have to do that. Um, do you guys have any thoughts on the tongue cutting?
My only thoughts are kind of ignorant ones of not knowing like Korean culture, but like
Yeah, maybe that's
like
true.
again, being ignorant of Japanese culture, it's like, oh, seppuku or whatever it is, like like that. This is what I
Like
wronged you with.
honor kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like I'm going to it. My tongue caused this, so I'm giving you my tongue. You know what I mean? Like
He
that's
does, Woojin does make mention of that. Like you killed it, like, or someone says it. Something.
it wasn't Mujin's dick. It was Taesu's tongue that
Yes.
got her pregnant.
Yes.
So that was that was kind of his Hail Mary last attempt. Like, okay, like my
To
begging is not
prove to him.
my begging is not doing this. Like, I'm going to give you the thing or sacrifice the thing that caused this anguish on you.
Yeah, it's true. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, no. I can't even like there's so many thoughts going through my head. Like, how do you stop that bleeding? Like,
Right?
whoa, oh my God. And that was, dude, the acting on that when he's just got the handkerchief in his mouth and he's just doing that like crazy labor breathing. Oh my
Ugh.
God.
It's
Ugh.
crazy. It's crazy how I do that stuff.
Yeah, he was good. Like whether you like the movie or not, his acting was fantastic. Like to go that range of emotions and even character, like to go from the drunk degenerate father to the imprisoned person to the like, revenge guy to the begging, like all that in between. It's very good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm.
What else? That was a good one.
Oh, you guys heard that?
You
Sorry.
picked that one up.
Eh, sorry,
Um,
America.
yeah, whatever. Uh, I don't know. Anything else about Old Boy you guys want to bring up or talk about?
No, like I said, I'm excited for more Korean films because everyone I've seen so far has just been great. Like between Parasite and this, and I think the movie that I'm gonna pick for my birthday, and even like A Train to Busan, which like people get on it a little bit because I think people go a little too overboard with that, like the praise for that one. But even that's just like a fun, a fun movie that you
A
don't have to
romp.
put, yeah, you don't have to put too much thought into it. Like it's not meant to get like the critical athlete. It's just a good movie for what it's supposed to be. So excited to keep going down this path a little bit if we can at some point.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. Good. Well, if there's nothing else, thanks for checking in with us. I don't know, give us some suggestions. Like if you know a number of good Korean films, let us know. We're like we've said a few times this episode, we're ignorant of this, so trying to get better. I don't know. We love you. Robbie, tell him good night.
Good night to the cuz. See you soon. Safe travels.
See you in a few weeks. Good night, Tom.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father, the way he learned from his father. Let